People in the Big Bend and around the country are coping with the tragedy happening on Florida State's campus. 2 men died and many others still in the hospital. And the son of a local deputy and suspect is behind the shooting. Already a memorial is forming outside the student union, where all of this started yesterday afternoon. And we're learning more about breaking news that's coming into our newsroom. Firefighter crews are actively working to contain a large factory fire in Thomasville. This is a live view from that scene right now. You can actually see the blaze. The Thomasville Fire Department captain says the business on fire is called Georgia Crate and Basket Company. In Gadsden County, deputies are now searching for a suspect in connection to a deadly robbery at a gas station. The Gadsden County Sheriff's Office says the shooting left 2 people dead and 2 others are injured. It happened last night along Pat Thomas Parkway in Quincy, just south of the I-10 interchange. So take a look at this video on your screen. This is new video sent to us showing the suspect enter the gas station. Developing this morning, a Tallahassee mother and stepfather are in jail after their 5-year-old daughter died. Chloe and Daniel Spencer are charged with cruelty and abuse. The pair have not been charged in the girl's death as police wait for the results of an autopsy. But court documents lay out graphic claims of violence towards the child. Rain and wind have been lashing North Florida all night long. The strongest part of the storm is moving closer to our area. Just kind of go ahead and give us an update about the situation out there in Wakulla County. Have you guys had to respond to any calls, or how are things looking for you so far? We're just mere hours away, right, from whatever the tropical system Helene could bring to our area. Brianna, at this stage right now, what should preparations look like? A look right now. This is the city of Thomasville. As you can see, all of this red here. Right now, there's about 10,000 people in the city of Thomasville without power. If we go ahead and take a look at Georgia Power, we can see that there's a lot of different outages in the area, but it looks like the biggest area is going to be right here in Valdosta or in Lowndes County. They've got 13,000 people without power at this hour. For the owner of Shea Katie Watson, she says while she's hurt that her business was destroyed during Hurricane Helene, she's happy her friends and her family are okay. Now, Watson actually lost her home during Hurricane Idalia and thought about riding out the storm in this antique store behind me with her husband. Now she's glad she didn't. Today's the big day, November 5th. It is election day. We've been waiting for it all year long. But you mentioned it being very active, right? And that was going to kind of lead me into my next question, which is how has this year maybe differed from the last presidential election? You've worked many of them. So let's just kind of go ahead and dive into question 1, right? Which Tallahassee voters voted in favor of. That's proposing a pay raise for city commissioners. Now, our city commissioners currently make about $50,000. So that question on the ballot asked whether the pay should be increased to match what Leon County commissioners make. The measure was approved, meaning Tallahassee voters now have a path to earning just under $100,000. 1 month ago today, dozens of our local heroes boarded a charter flight to our nation's capital. The group landed back in Tallahassee after the trip of a lifetime. And this year, the 11th Honor Flight Tallahassee. And like the others, this one a diverse group. Different wars, different veterans, and different lives lived. There were 66 veterans this year. Traveling, right, by plane, by train, by car, you name a little bit of everything. We have done it, but we can officially say we are on the grounds here in Dublin, Ireland, and we could be more excited. Like on the tour today, when we spoke to our tour guide, he was saying the equivalent of college football for the people in Ireland would be rugby, right? So that's how they compare things, which is really interesting and really good to kind of put things into perspective about how
they're fanatical about that. We're fanatical about American football.
Absolutely, I love it. All right, so I know they talked about wanting to try McDonald's because McDonald's in another country is always got some kind of special treat we may not be used to back at home, right? So we haven't got to try McDonald's yet, but you got something tasty.
I have a little something. It's called a croffle. It's a croissant waffle. So they take whatever croissant mix is, put it, but follow me because I got to show the camera here. Okay. You guys, look at this.
Don't forget about our WCTV match for the Second Harvest donations. We are matching up to $1,500 for the next hour. That ends at 6. We want to make that goal. We need you at home to help us make that happen. Of course, they've been showing that QR code throughout the shows. I know y'all saw it. So go ahead, scan that. You can go or you can bring cash right here. Come say hi to us.
Yeah, come say hi.
We can take a bike ride together. We're out here till 6:30. We're at the Walmart on Thomasville Road. So it is quite the hike, but you have time still to make it if you leave right now if you're at home watching. All right, Rob, are you ready to get down to business? You really kind of got to push back into it, huh? Okay, but we're making some progress here. Oh, there we go. Okay, you got your slices. Dip it or dip it like that?
Both sides, yep.
Oh, okay, perfect.
They're nice and hearty, so they won't fall apart on you. and then just set them down.
Oh my gosh, I know my pup would love this. It is time for our Morning Pep Rally, which is so exciting. It's time for football season. I think it's one of our favorite times of the year. Each week, Josh and I will be traveling to about 12 different schools across the Big Bend in South Georgia, highlighting some of the biggest matchups in high school football.
Pep Rally.
Yes, it's Friday, so you know that means Morning Pep Rally.
Are you ready?
Better than we do.
I'm ready. I'm warming up.
She's getting limber.
Yeah. All right, so word number 1, we have clavichord.
C-L-A-V.
That's a good start.
Oh, you got the rest.
Raja's about 13 years old. We have gained a lot of trust with Raja, so much that we allow her to eat out of people's lips just like that. Good girl.
All right, welcome back. As promised, we are back featuring a furry friend up for adoption. We've got Kate McFall with us from Tallahassee Animal Services. Kate, tell us about this beautiful girl we got with us.
To give that dog an opportunity to be adoptable. That is my purpose.
They are often called unsung heroes. Volunteers keep many of our local animal shelters going. They give up their time and plenty of affection to animals waiting on a forever home. Now at the Swanee Valley Humane Society, one volunteer stands out.
Yeah, Terry Fall isn't just stepping up to fill a need, she's also breaking barriers for those who are visually impaired.
Yeah, this dedicated Swanee County woman makes visits to the Humane Society every Thursday. Now, from folding laundry to visiting each and every dog.
Now, Terry even described herself as the certified volunteer hugger, which you'll learn is behind her infectious smile and a passion for life. There's also a woman who is proving what some may see as a limitation is actually a strength.
Pups of all shapes and sizes fill the kennels at the Swanee Valley Humane Society. These dogs are all barks and smiles for visitors. But there is one woman's attention they crave every week.
I hug these dogs, I love these dogs, and I want them to be adopted, to have a home.
Terry Fall visits the Humane Society once a week. For 2 years now, she's gone kennel to kennel.
Where'd you go?
Building a relationship with each temporarily displaced pup.
One day a week, I come here to get my soul filled. And I can't put it any better than that.
Their bonds run deep, and they were formed sight unseen. For decades, Fall has only been able to see shapes and contrasts.
This is an artificial eye. And this eye is only maybe 20% distance. And as you age and you get more and more nearsighted, I don't see faces. I don't see detail. I don't see letters.
In her world, being legally blind is actually an opportunity. It means she enters each kennel judgment-free.
The thing of it is that I have no fear of any of the dogs here. Never did. Because I can't see their fear. And when they're growling or barking, I have a bit of an empathic gift, I guess. I can tell when they're angry, when they're frustrated, when they're scared.
While all volunteers serve as the backbone of the Humane Society, it's the connection that Fall shares with each pup that makes her stand out.
Aside from the fact she has a good sense of humor, she has a sensitivity to the dogs, and she listens to them. She can't see them, but she can listen to them, and she has this intuitiveness.
Fall's unwavering dedication to showing up each week without hassle has opened the eyes of others too.
She's become a good friend, and it continues to teach me that just because a person has an impairment does not mean that they can't work out.
Fall's hope is with each visit, a difference is made, and that each pup becomes a little closer to finding their forever.
I walk out of here a more peaceful, better person than I did when I arrived every week.
So it was so incredible, Cam, to get the opportunity to meet Terry Fall. I mean, what a spectacular woman, and her work doesn't actually stop there. She adopted an 8-year-old pup named Blade from the shelter. He'd been there since he was only 2 months old.
Oh.
He's 8 years old
Goodness,
now.
yeah.
Yeah. So they've been working on that relationship kind of behind the scenes. But she just, you know, the energy that she brings, you know, is like unbeatable. It's unmatched.
It's amazing to see the perspective too, because we take for granted, you know, clean health and all that good stuff. And you see people that have those limitations that people may think,
Yeah.
but they are just so positive and so strong. And I love that.